Hi, I'm Geoffrey Card, designer on State of Decay, and we're here at PAX Prime talking about the game.
So you guys are bringing this over to Xbox One. What has next gen opened up for this franchise?
Well, the State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition, it's going to be in full 1080p. We're going to be basically going back to the game and taking all the things that that last gen hardware didn't allow us to do, and we're going to be doing it. We're going to be remastering a lot of the animations, doing a new version of the UI, and just adding a ton to the environment, to the effects, to really sort of make this thing come to life in the next generation.
Can you give us an example, for instance, of the UI, what Xbox One version will have?
Well, it's not going to be fundamentally different in any way. It's still going to be the same. You know, looking through the journal that you know and love, but it's going to be in 1080p, and all of the assets are going to be remastered. It's going to be crisper, clearer. You're going to be able to read a little better. And but most of all, it's really going to be the world that gets a lot of the benefits from this. You know, the shadows are going to be crisper, the lighting is going to be better. You're going to see a lot more particles and effects going on in the environment. It's going to really feel like the apocalypse.
Now, this game has had DLC as well. Talk about what all will be included in this version.
Okay, so yeah, so the Year 1 Survival Edition is going to include not just the original core game. It's going to include the Breakdown expansion, which was the sort of the infinite mode, where you could basically play for as long as you wanted, and the zombies would just get harder and harder and harder. Going through challenges, unlocking new heroes. Then there's also the Lifeline expansion, which was our military expansion that had base defense. It had a brand new map. It had this whole military theme to it, where lots more guns and lots more zombie combat. So all three of those experiences are all going to be packaged in the Year 1 Survival Edition. And on top of that, we're also taking a lot of the new innovations that came in with Lifeline, some of the new things you could do at your base, so a lot of the new characters, and we'll be bringing them back and putting them in Breakdown and putting them in the original game, with even a few additional tweaks to basically make it this is sort of the ultimate expression of the original State of Decay experience.
And for those who haven't played the original, can you just give us an example of what this experience is about and how this zombie game separates itself from the others?
Yeah, so most zombie games are about sort of that moment when the zombies attack, when the glass in the window starts breaking, the door busts open, and you and your friends are sort of standing back to back and trying to mow down as many zombies as you can before they start biting your face. This is a lot more about what happens after that. Okay, so yeah, that's in the game, but then what happens the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. It's not just about trying to survive for one moment or for one day. It's about trying to survive for the rest of human history. What does the zombie apocalypse mean to how we live day to day? This game is about trying to build a community that can survive, trying to build up our capabilities and figure out what life is like in the wake of the zombie apocalypse.
They always say anything you do a second time is better. What has it been like going back and redoing, in some ways, this game?
Well, yeah. So I've been sort of elbows deep in a lot of this, and it's always like one of the worst things in the world for a game developer is when your game comes out, because then the first thing you do is you just you see other people playing it and you just realize, oh no, I should have done, oh no, I should have fixed that, oh no, just all of that stuff comes crashing down on you. And it's actually kind of a rare and special thing to get an opportunity like this. We're basically going to be able to spend the next several months. I mean, this comes out spring to 2015. We're going to spend the next several months going back, and all of the stuff we thought of right after the game came out, all the stuff we discovered, we're going to get to go back and address it, and really sort of make our ideal version of the game, which is it's a rare opportunity and one that we're really excited about, that we're jumping on.
What do you think it is about zombies that they're so popular today on television and movies and in video games?
You could write a whole thesis paper on that. I think that people are very aware these days of how kind of special our life is. Especially as the world becomes more interconnected, people learn more not just about the world today, but also history. We realize we're in kind of a special time in the history of mankind where our lives are kind of unusually easy. We're kind of very privileged right now, and I think when people look at that and they think about it, they realize how fragile that is, how rare and special it is. The first thing you want to think of, would I be able to survive if I wasn't here? You know, if I hadn't been, you know, raised in a place where I was fairly safe from violence, where I was, you know, where I had food to eat every day, where I didn't have to, you know, go out and capture everything or kill everything that I was going to eat, would I have been able to survive? Could I live like that? I have no proof. You know, I have no way of knowing. I think that one of the reasons why, you know, zombie games and zombie just in the media in general, this whole world sort of, it pits people against a lot of their worst fears, a lot of their worst anxieties about themselves, whether or not they're the kind of person that even deserves to live in a place like that. And so I think one of the reasons why State of Decay kind of resonates a lot is because it is, you know, it is, again, not just about that moment of violence, but it's also about just life, you know, just being a person who lives in this world and asking yourself that question, well, could I survive? Am I smart enough to survive? Would I make the right decisions? And could I be this person?